So continuing with the series of Nginx going into production, or rather Django going into production with Nginx and USGI, I am playing around with some of the contrib applications which are there, or contrib packages which are there, which have been provided with Django. And the two of them that I am looking at right now, one is the auth. So this is site packages registration. Registration is one. Then there is auth, so which is again site packages Django contrib auth, and within which I am as of now making some changes with the models.py, the password validation, and the views. Another one which I am looking at is so this of course is my the Django project. So the basic requirement, like I did in my last video, was just to look at the base template and have a certain configuration over here. So this is what is recommended as the basic configuration which is required, that we have to have these head tags, and within which we have to have this all this meta over here. Now what I put over here is again very basic stuff, but further changes will be done to this for security purposes and other things, and that is how what's been recommended by registration redux. So that is one, and of course within body you need these block tags, the block content. This is the base template which will be used by these templates over here. So the registration, the login, these templates will be referring to that base template which is in the project directory. And this one is basically the part to this would be whatever is your virtual environment. So mine is called demo underscore v. Then you'll have a libdir within that. Then depending on what you are using, which version of Python, whether it's Python 3.6, 3.5, or unfortunately if you're still stuck with 2.7 because of something. And within that, site packages and registration. So this is one. So registration, and the other two that we'll be looking at, one is, like I said, auth, which is within Django contrib, and the admin within Django contrib. So these three things we would actually look at. And now let me see if I have my so this is now in production, and the way I want to test it is this. I want to do a simple so this is my login page, the landing page, which uh, the URL is basically admin approved accounts. So what this means, so there are two options which are there within uh, registration redux. So admin approved accounts, and one is accounts and one is approved accounts. So no, sorry, not approved accounts. There is another one which is the default this thing, or the simple uh, format or something of that sort. So basically what happens in the default one or the simple one, a person goes ahead and with absolutely any email ID that you have, you can go ahead and log in, unless of course you go and use a class which bans you from using the free email ID. So there's an entire list which is there. A list structure or a dictionary structure is there, which you can go ahead and you can change if you want. So you can keep on adding free emails which you don't necessarily want to allow people to create a login with. That is one. And within this now, how I have structured it is that if you have say a corporate email which is not a Gmail or a Yahoo or something to that effect, you can go and create your own login, and you don't necessarily need a admin's approval. For anything else which is a Gmail or a Yahoo, or which is a person as an individual email is there, you would require the admin approval. So now, for this current setup, that admin would be me. Um, that can be changed, so that is not such a big deal. So you just have to go into your settings.py. Let me see where that is. So yeah, yeah. So this bit of it, which is documented in Django registration. So that Django registration Redux is basically macropin Django registration on GitHub. So that's what it is, right? So yeah, so that is one. Um, Now once you go here and you're trying to log in, it will let's say you aren't registered. So you firstly want to go ahead and register. So this is the registration page, and within the registration page, let's say you create a username. So I say test underscore hound of Baskervilles or something, whatever. So just as a test, this thing. I'm copying this test, rather this text, and email say, let me give my genuine email ID. So the email ID is not something which is of concern over here. And part of this text, let's say I pick up Baskervilles. That's the only thing which I pick up. Or let me say I pick up the entire thing, Hound of Baskervilles. Because if I just pick up Baskervilles, it will say it less than 8 characters or something, and then it won't go into that other validation that I want to see. Or will it? Yeah, this is okay. I can pick up Baskervilles. It's more than 8 characters. This is the password I'm entering over here. This is what I'm entering over here also. And what I'm expecting now is when I do the submit, it will give me a alert saying that it is similar to my some other personal information. What other personal information? That depends. Now let's see. I do a submit, and this is in production. And the reason I use this VPN is because obviously on my own. Oh, I don't know why that hasn't kicked in. It's gone ahead and created a registration profile, which should not be happening actually. Yeah. It's gone ahead and picked up my email. Otherwise, over here, let me try for another account. So there is something which didn't go right. It probably didn't read that Baskervilles properly, which is not what I expected it to do. So let me fix this and come back.